Yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. We're your hosts, Harrison.
Banks.
Shit. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 8 More Than 92 podcast, where we always keep it 100. We're your hosts, Harrison.
Banks.
All right, so today, no black spotlight today, but we want to make sure if anybody has any type of black business or anything like that y'all go ahead and let us know. We do got two people on here that they want to shout out theirs, since they are on here, former black spotlights themselves. They can go ahead and do it. But other than that, if y'all want to spotlight us, make sure y'all hit us up at 8mt92_pod_ that's our Gmail. I'm sorry, that's our IG. And if you want to hit us up in the emails, hit us up at the 8 More Than 92 podcast at gmail.com. We'll get back to you and make sure we do our black spotlight. So today we got two. One's a returner, the other one's a new guest. We have what we call our version of millennial singles up in here that we wanted to bring them on to kind of get their critiques on the opposite sex and their viewpoint. So without any further ado, we have Tyler, and then we have Miss Jessica on, if y'all want to say hi.
Hi. That's all I got.
So I guess, Jessica, since it's your first time, you want to go ahead and like tell everybody who you are. Tyler, you've been on before, but we'll get that option if you want to. But yeah, Jessica,
what does this entail?
your name, where you from, what you do.
Okay,
Hype yourself up, queen.
Well, I'm Jessica Ashley. I'm originally from Nashville, so that's how I know two of these people. I'm a permanent makeup artist, and my business is Stunna Beauty, and that's Stunna Beauty 1. So you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook.
Tyler, go ahead and remind the folks just who the fuck you are in the building.
Oh, you muted.
I was on mute.
Am I good now?
You good
Yeah.
now?
All right, no. So, okay, I'm Tyler. I've been on here before, So that's pretty much all I'm gonna give it today. I ain't got to say too much.
All right, so cool then. Like we said, we just want to get our input, so we'll jump straight into the topics that we had to go from. As far as we want to get both y'all opinions. So we just gonna stand back and kind of, let y'all have the floor, seeing that y'all can speak for both genders, and we're gonna go ahead and just get it kicked off with. We'll let Jessica, ladies first, start off. Do you think that men are afraid to date a strong woman, black woman, because that's what we care about?
Okay, so I would say overall, I wouldn't say they're afraid of dating strong women. I think it's more so based on like their family and their upbringing. So the types of women that they have in their lives, how they view them, if they respect the women in their family, if they see those women as strong and they don't really want to have that in their relationship, or they do. So I think it's more so their upbringing, really, and people around them. I wouldn't say that they're scared, no. Some don't know how to handle them. But yeah, stop.
I ain't said a word. I was just gonna ask you to be like elaborate, but I'll let you go. I haven't said a word. I just want to know. You said they can't handle them, but that's cool. Okay, Tyler, what you say?
That's how I feel about it.
I don't feel like it's a fear thing. I feel like it's more so also operationalizing what the word strong is. Because strong often comes off as a lot of different things that aren't necessarily just strong. Like being overly aggressive or things of that nature. That's not necessarily strong, but it can be considered strong in certain circles. So I don't think it's necessarily the fear of that, but more so just the understanding that actually exists. And when you see that, I think that's more so where this thought of fear in a strong black woman comes from. It's just more so the operationalization of the word strong.
Oh, okay. Jessica
made up a word. Jesus.
Got made up a word.
Yeah, operationalized.
That
is a word.
It is a word.
We got. I thought we invited Tyler on. You know.
Oh, okay. You must institutionalize yourself without your mind, without compartmentalizing your blackness. Oh, okay. So I got you, Farrakhan. I got you.
We got Dr. Umar Johnson. Oh yeah.
So I guess what do you consider a strong woman, Tyler?
Okay, so just kind of, I feel like you understand what your goals are. You understand where you're kind of headed in life. You kind of have, not even necessarily if you understand it, because not everybody understands where they're going or where they're headed, but you kind of want to find that out. Not even necessarily you don't have to be financially stable. But it's a lot of things that it's kind of just more conceptual than actually you can actually physically see. But just understand, being able to communicate, like small things like that. I feel like it's not necessarily looking for a strong. I'm not gonna say we're not looking for a strong black woman, but more so just a strong individual that understands what's going on and actually can communicate what they're feeling and actually understand your feelings and all that kind of stuff. That's more so the strength that I feel like is necessary. The strength of communication.
Would you say that? I think you mean strength on her own. Like if something were to happen to you, she can hold it down and keep it together. Is that what you mean? Like strong on her own?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Any normal man, I don't think he's looking for like this strong, dominant woman. But as far as strong, like having her head on straight, I mean, knowing what she wants and a teammate, really. So that's what I think strong is.
I think niggas are looking. I think niggas are looking for mothers, personally. But
that's why
that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think we looking for mothers?
I think a lot of dudes are looking for mothers. I think a lot of dudes are looking for mothers to a certain extent. I think we said it like on a past episode, you know what I'm saying? Like when we was talking about like how we don't appreciate or how we don't, when we was talking about people who go outside the race, you know what I'm saying? You think you forget like strength don't just come financial stability or anything like that. It comes from somebody who holds you accountable on your shit and people that aren't just going to hype up you because of everybody else. They're going to tell you what you can and can't do. And because, they got to take the role of an adult early on, because of whatever the situation can be at the house, you know what I'm saying? They never really get that whole partnership. They only know how to step in the role of their fathers, but then they miss that whole part where they was a kid. So in a sense, they looking for like that. When I come home, I need my meal made. Right. I need my drawers and shit cleaned up. I need, the sex to be available. I need it to be hassle free. And that's not really necessarily a strong woman. That's like a mother minus the sex part. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody that comes home and takes care of you versus like being there helping you through the trenches. Just my opinion.
Okay. It's a strong opinion.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go to the next one. But this is when I said niggas. I ain't say men are looking for mothers. I said niggas are looking for mothers. So I just wanted to differentiate.
I mean, it definitely it goes back to how they were raised. There are also moms who, okay, I think we can all agree that men are raised or boys are raised differently than girls when it comes to mothers. So a lot of moms don't really want to I don't want to say release their sons, but they're definitely more picky on who they're with or who they are serious with. So I feel like in that area, moms are not like super strict, like, hey, this is what your wife will need. You need to, go half on everything. You need to clean the house too. I don't feel like boys are raised that way into men, unless I'm wrong, unless that's how y'all were raised. Like your mother taught you what your wife will need.
No, mine didn't. I was spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
I was
How about you, Tyler?
No, absolutely not. No, I was really spoiled, but I wasn't necessarily trained on how to marry somebody or how to treat a wife.
Okay, so 2 out of 3. Were you trained, James, on what your wife will need? And
I wasn't never a dog or anything like that. But as far as
no,
like train, or as far as did I learn anything, I used to watch. My dad didn't do all that, but I used to watch like The Brothers or like Boomerang or like just those old movies that where the woman was the Ingo, brown sugar and all that. And I kind of learned from there how to deal with like the opposite sex or what the ex or the best man minus the Tate Diggs scene when he fucked her. But I learned from well, I'm just saying, like, I watched a lot of TV, so like I got conditioned from like how it was from how the man treated them there on what to expect from a partner.
But was you watching all the little sub relationships and all those movies? What was going on?
Yeah, I saw like Bill Bellamy, and I looked at him, and but they always had problems. Everybody that didn't get to the matrimony stage always had problems. Bill Bellamy and The Brothers was getting thrown in jail and getting beat up.
Had problems in all of them. Even if you was getting special this day, you still had problems. The problem was even bigger for the one that was getting married.
Yeah, he had his, he wasn't ready, and then the commitment one. So it was just like they always kind of put it out there for you on which route and avenue to take. If you did, even Boomerang, as good as Boomerang was, because he didn't want to showcase.
He pulled that one out.
First off, bro, don't be. Let's not sway this because this is about people today. Anyway,
it's safe to say that no one was trained by their mom. So I mean, how would y'all all understand or even know what to do with a strong woman if you met her? You probably met her pretty early on in your life, but you just either were scared. I don't know. You didn't have enough confidence. You just want to be a hoe. I'm not sure, but I don't feel so. Would you call that afraid?
Ain't a lot of females out there that wasn't raised with fathers as well. So I'm just trying to figure out, because a lot of y'all come to niggas expecting us to like fill in that void, and that's why.
But us being naturally feminine and supposedly submissive, we're expecting strong, dominant, secure. Is that wrong to expect of you? Am I fucking up the road?
No, you got it. I was just wondering, but I guess the topic for a different day. So
how is that a topic for a different day?
Well, because I already know we gonna go back and forth on it, but I didn't want to. I told you I was gonna sit back, so that's why I didn't like hit it the way I wanted. But I mean, I got it. I just think it's educated from there. I think honestly, I don't know how it will be going forward. I think honestly, it's blurred on both sides, because just like dudes has got to take the role of a father, that just means they know how to do financially and be there for the mother, but they don't know how to handle like that partnership side. They just know how to do everything side. And then the same with girls and females, with a lot of father figures not being there, they don't really know what male companionship is. So they usually get sucked up into something to where only thing they think they require is attention, but they miss all the other things. So I think both sides kind of lack education just because of what the dynamic was previously versus now. I feel like there may be a chance to rebuild it because there seems like a lot of stability, but I think both sides come out, in most cases, both sides come out flawed because there's that dynamic of unity that misses from their family upbringing to where they cannot see both. Just like there are some females that be like, well, the man has to do this and this and that. Well, they don't realize they can do the same thing. And then the male has to realize it ain't just finances that you are doing. You have to be there compassionate. You have to be able to listen. You have to be able to be like that ear. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to, like, real partnership isn't shown between both sexes versus like, that's what I feel on it.
This thing on here spitting. Where you get all that?
So I guess I'll go to the next. I'll go to the next one.
Well, we're gonna give you some snaps, man. You prepared today, okay?
I mean, hey, you know, I had a week. I had to sit there and get through, cuss them out. Don't say nothing. I'm playing. So I guess we got to our next one, and I'll ask this one for Tyler. I go for this one for you because I asked Jessica the first one. Do you think men have a fear of not being in control in relationships?
By and large, I definitely probably say yeah. I feel like men definitely do have a fear of not being in control in relationships because that control, and to an extent, I feel like women have a fear of men not being in control of a relationship too. Because men, like, they want to be dominant also. They want to be able to make different decisions and be able to actually be the more mature person in the relationship because you kind of want to lean on him. He, like I said, he's supposed to be, like she said before, submissive to him. So you want somebody that you can be submissive to. So I definitely feel like men don't want to not have control in a relationship, and women don't want to not let their man have control in a relationship.
Jessica, I'll let you answer.
So what did I put down? So I feel like men fear being in control more.
Why so?
I see you laughing. What?
I laugh because you pulled out this big spiral. She pulled out that big spiral. Okay, she pulled out that big spiral and said like 6 words. Men don't like it, and then so I thought it'd be so.
Shut up, James. Okay, so I think men fear. Well, some men. Well, I wouldn't say fear. Again, I would say they're not prepared to be in control. So that's when anxiety comes in. And a lot of guys don't admit it. Like, a lot of reasons that they stop talking to females or certain females is because we require certain things that they're not ready for. They don't feel like they can take control of that situation. They don't think they're prepared for what requirements they think we have. So I would say they fear being in control because that's too much pressure. Yeah, so I don't think that they fear not being in control. I haven't really run into that personally.
Do you think both of y'all can answer, do y'all think control is defined by financials?
No.
To an extent. It definitely is to an extent. The majority of the things that you
for a man, I guess.
No, the majority of the things you just described are financial things that he has to provide for you. Like, okay, so give me an example of one of the things you were just describing.
Okay, so when I say like control, I mean like a serious relationship. Like, can you handle everything that she comes with? If she has kids, if she has history, if she got student loans, like some of those are financial, but again, if you have a strong-minded female that doesn't let shit go, are you really prepared to bump heads with her every now and then or answer to her? I know a lot of guys don't like answering to their shit, and there are certain females that will call them out and make them answer. So that's also a control thing. So they're afraid to own up, and yeah, that's what I mean by control. Not, but from, I guess, a man, I can't speak from your perspective, but I guess an ego thing. Like, if you feel like you make the most money, then you should call the shots. Is that what you mean, James? Like,
well, I just feel like, in any relationship, usually the breadwinner is the one who makes the most decisions. Where we gonna go out to eat? Where we live in? You know what I'm saying? Like with that, and I feel like a lot of times that.
Ooh, you don't like that? You don't like that answer he gave?
I don't think that's. No, well, I feel like that's the way things are, but I don't agree with that's.
Oh, okay.
In my situation or something I would accept.
Yeah, so I just feel like I just never seen nobody just come in and be like, I'm gonna control the emotions part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got to pay the fucking bills. So I'm like, well, it's got to be financially, and on top of that, if we just go off of, I can't speak because I don't date men, but if we go off of what women seem, you don't date potential. Or the first thing that doesn't get you most of the time. I
feel like women date potential all the time.
Not my fault. Let me try to reword it. Let me try to reword it.
Heard about it.
Let me try to reword it. What catches a lot of people's eye is not the potential. You gotta see that. But if I come in and say I'm driving an Avenger, but then Tyler comes in, he's driving a Miata or a Audi or something like that, I may have to really sit here and talk to Jessica to get her attention, but Tyler can come over and fake a smile and get more because, you see like that place, he seemed like he has his shit together because of a couple of things. So
that's the ego that I was talking about.
Financially, it seems like whoever has a financial power, you at least know at the end of the day, the bills and everything get paid. So it seems like whoever comes with the biggest bag. And they feel like it's the opposite with guys. They feel like, I don't know if guys really are comfortable with the girl bringing in more, but
I would love it.
But
I would love to do that. What? But no, Jessica, you're making a lot of faces. So I know you said you disagree. So what exactly do you disagree with?
Well, I don't personally. I don't feel like the breadwinner really calls the shots on that one, because the dynamic can be completely different in the family. Like, what if she's a freaking stay-at-home mom? Like, y'all got 5 kids. Where else you gonna go? Who else gonna take care of the kids? So because you go out and make money, then you have more say than she does. I don't agree with that. I could see if she was just sitting at home not doing shit. I mean, just living off you, then yeah, you might have a little say, but it depends on the situation. But I wouldn't even allow that to rule my relationship. That's weird.
Okay. You feel the same way, James? Like, you feel like those are exceptions to the situation?
Or you don't care about how many kids she got? She just gonna shut up?
No, I just feel that. I feel that like it's a later question. I just feel like if you bring what I bring to the table, you get as much say so. And then it ain't got to be financially. It just, if you come into what I come to for the relationship, then you get a say so of what goes down. But I do know that dudes, only reason they flash so much is because that we know that gets y'all attention. So before y'all say that y'all don't, I'm pretty sure Young Miami said that her pussy.
We're talking Young Miami.
I'm saying like
that's literally like me. Bringing.
Look, I'm just saying. You know, don't
like
let the bag make that coochie talk. So I'm just saying, for us to act as if it does act like we don't get on IG all day and see what's the main thing that y'all care about. It's not poetry, and it's not
IG or a real relationship. Which one we talking about?
Well, I mean, we can't sit there and act like social media doesn't dictate the culture way that we are in now. Everybody bases everything, whether somebody's successful, happy, or anything, based off their social media and their statuses, because that's what we project to the world. That's all we put on our highlights. So if you go from what everybody seems, it seems like I need a new car. It seems like I need a bag. It seems like I need something. And those are usually all the people that's getting anybody is somebody financially. So I think finances are the first tipping point on anything, because at the end of the day, you know that you ain't gonna leave and have to start over.
So if somebody's in a relationship with you and they don't make as much money as you, then they don't get as much say so about day-to-day living.
You asking me?
Yeah.
No, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I'm not saying me. I'm saying like if we were to go by what is portrayed out here, it's never like y'all watch Girlfriends, right?
Okay.
Watch. Okay, you know the dude Tony was dating, the painter?
No, I don't.
That nigga was nothing but potential. And because she made all the money, eventually she ended up cheating and it didn't last. You get what I'm saying? So like that potential shit worked cool until the power company be like, we got the potential to cut your shit off. So I mean, it sounds, if you don't pay this bill. So I mean, it sounds cool, but like even from the female taking control of it, they gonna hold that money over you. Somebody gonna hold something, you know.
But I feel like it's inevitable, because she's gonna want to do certain things, right? Even if she decides she wants to be with you, if she can afford to do those certain things, she's gonna still do them. If she wants to go on a boat trip that's $200-$300, and you can afford a $50 one, she'll go on a $300 boat trip. You're just gonna go ahead and throw the 50 with the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's still gonna do what she wants to do. When you have like a strong woman that actually has her own money, understands what she wants to do, what she likes to do, and just goes and does it, she just bring you be a tag along at that point. So at that point, I really feel like you kind of throw your hand of control over to an extent, because you can't do the things that she's used to doing.
Got you. You can accept that. I guess I won't drag this one. I don't know. I guess I'll probably say, the controlling relationship right now is money until we get to where we're not passing coins on. My next one's going to be, Jessica, this is for you. So what's your definition? Like if you say you want a dude, right? Give me your definition of a dude. Like if you're looking for somebody, like if you...
Can we not do that? Can we just go about...
Not for you particular, but to say if you was like, oh, okay, well, what's your perfect man, right?
I don't have one at this age. My list has changed every year.
Mm-hmm.
My standards have
Give a list from last year. It's not particularly like you ain't looking for it, but I mean, it just goes with the next question.
Mentally stable. I wouldn't say 100% with his career. If he's around my age, he's probably still finding it, or maybe starting a new niche, but at least has some type of aspiration. He has to have a goal. There has to be some type of goal. He has to be stable in the sense that, you know, he doesn't have to. I mean, okay, let me not going back home, because that's cool if you're single, but if you're ready to be in a relationship, you're ready to marry, then you probably should be living on your own. Yeah, those are literally okay. Those are my requirements.
Appearance and all that.
Oh, appearance.
Yeah.
That's also changed. I really don't have. Okay, this is all based on kind of what he requires. So we give. Well, okay, I'm gonna speak for myself. So my standards are not that high as far as what I want in a guy. I would prefer him to be taller than me. It's not a requirement. Huh?
He just gotta breathe.
At this point, what I've gone through, yeah. But I feel like women, like our preferences and our standards are not as high physically as far as like looks when it comes to guys. Versus okay.
I would agree. Every woman that I've ever talked to about that, they have the same answers that she has. They all like
3 of them. So
first off,
if she's at a certain age, like she's gonna be like, fuck it. And I feel like that's women in general. We're like, at this point, just give me somebody that's gonna respect me. They gotta say it on right. Like, we're not looking for all that. But y'all, up until y'all are freaking 60 and 70, y'all got this fucking list of what she need to look like at all times. Am I wrong?
She pulled it out. So
different words to say this man is financially stable.
At this point, that's basically all we need.
And that's completely fine, but that goes back to the point we just said before, that he gotta have some money. It don't matter what he look like if he got some.
It's not money for me. It's not. If that was the case, I would have been married long ago. Mm-hmm. If I was just marrying for money, I just need. I know money is an important thing in a black man's life. So his entire lifestyle is based upon the money he has or does not have. So if he can have that together, or at least be halfway there, I know that's not anything I'll have to continuously fight with him. Like, I can't, continuously give you car note money or phone bill money. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Oh, okay. You're right. Sorry.
I know shit happens. Shit does happen, but it's not something that I'm voluntarily walking into and going to have to keep doing all year. Like that's what I mean by have your money together.
Paula, do you think dudes get killed for having preferences on women versus the other way around?
Definitely, because I feel like women, like she just said, her first thing she said was he got to be tall. She was not happy.
She tried to backtrack that. She
tried to want her to be a little bit taller than me. Now, if I say I want her to be a little bit smaller than me, it'll be a whole problem out here.
Right, man. You be fat shaming, you be body shaming, all type of shaming.
You want a bitch that don't eat, huh? You want one of them old skinny hoes. Oh, excuse me for my Jesus. Yeah.
And that's what you would get. But y'all say whatever y'all want to. If he ain't 6 feet tall, he ain't cute. You don't even need to feed him off the regular plate. Feed him off the paper plate if he's under 6 feet. And all that stuff y'all say. Like, if dudes said the same thing about y'all, but reverse.
What we say versus what we do. So let's see the ratio of, I'm not going to say ugly guys. I'm going to say homely, like normal ass dudes with badass females.
Every rapper. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Versus women. Like, it's not really, I don't really see like drop big or just girls
the niggas
with
that y'all
drop big or just dudes.
The niggas females get pregnant with don't match their preference on the niggas that they really want.
Let's go there. Let's go there about men's requirements and preferences when it comes to females. It's like, don't act brand new. Don't give me that brand new 2020 list if your baby mama is not up to par. If she doesn't meet any of those, like, why is it new with me? I'm not understanding.
Don't give me no list.
I can't.
Your exes don't.
I can't level up though. Like I can't level up to something different. Like you just said, you said your list changes yearly,
Meaning
annually.
shit came off.
So
of
my
that.
list can't change.
Shit came off.
Okay. You okay? Okay. You're not adding anything to your list.
No. Just have some damn sense at this point.
At this point, answer the phone, huh? I just feel like dudes can't. I feel like dudes can't win. Like if we look for a certain type of hair, now we're like, oh, well, now you hate the natural look. Like he said, if it's the body type.
I definitely see that a lot on social media. A lot of that. Maybe you could probably attest to this too, Jessica. A lot of the, like I said, the different type of shamings. Like if somebody say something about somebody with, weave in their hair. Oh, well, you don't like the naturalistas and all this, and you get all this old natural hate. Or if you don't like Lizzo bopping around everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't handle,
Can't handle using a full figure woman.
Right, you can't handle a full figure woman.
Can only hold so much. So yes,
there's a lot of kickback, but like whenever any you probably seen it, Jessica. There was this I guess this larger guy did like a photo shoot for Fenty. I think that's what it was. It was something.
Yeah, Fenty.
And I saw nothing but love. Like nobody was saying anything cross about that, and I just find it so interesting that when I think I might have saw somebody say something negative, but that was quickly like nobody cared about that.
Because females are a lot more accepting. I mean, I did see a lot of comments from guys saying, it was, they were glad to finally see that, but women are a lot more accepting as far as looks. Like, we gonna look over that shit, but y'all, on the other hand, y'all will either bluntly tell us you don't like it, or you're going to cover it up for years and just kind of use it as an excuse to look elsewhere. She's like, she out of shape now. Like, that's how
you're not gonna date a fat man that ain't got no money.
What?
You're not.
Tyler is really on this money, man.
Look at him. We talking about love.
Definitely. Because at a certain point, you just realize that what's really important in your life. Are my kids gonna be able to eat lunch every day? Are they gonna live in a good neighborhood? Like all these things are important when you decide to get a relationship. So you're like, okay, he ain't got to have a 6-pack no more. Oh, okay, he ain't got to have a full head of hair no more. Okay, he ain't got to have a beard no more. All these kind of things you decide that he don't have to have anymore at all. And then you say, okay, he financially stable. That's what I'm sticking to because I'm not dealing without having that.
But
first off, I feel like he was attacking me, Tyler. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like he was attacking. I feel like he was attacking me. I was like, beard. I was like, well, my hair up here, but it was never strong. So that's why like he ain't talking about me. He said gone. I like it was never up there like that. But yeah, I think dude preferences are physiques, and I think females' preferences are commas and bank accounts and credit scores.
Mm-hmm. And it's absolutely nothing wrong.
We just
so
get
this
killed for
entire
having
thing was
our
talking about
preferences.
physical. I'm sorry.
No, we were just talking about the difference. Like if he was to describe somebody, he would get killed for having a preference when all y'all are looking for, a lot of times it seems like it's stability or some type of financial security. Because I've personally seen gorgeous like females from Thailand come back to the States with niggas on respirators. Because they know that they but that's
physical preference.
That's not real love to me. That's not real love to me. That means that y'all will accept a lot. Y'all will accept a lot. Y'all accept a lot to keep that Netflix bill paid. So I just know that as long as you can get them 4 streams a month, you will really just take whatever comes. But I notice dudes and per se, since we are already or should be secure, we go for a real preference and you get killed for that. Because like what I'm saying, we ain't looking for somebody. I'm not looking for, I need me somebody that can cook. Well, they look for that. I need somebody that can, pay this bill or help me. I'm like, they don't be looking for that. Usually it's for a night or a moment or a period that you look for somebody like a preference. Like, oh, if I see a girl right there, who would I go holler at? X, Y, and Z, this, and this. And then y'all go for the future. We go for the next morning a lot of times if that person is to catch up for it. So what's your preference?
I don't have one until he starts his list. So I'm going in like, all right, he is what he is. I like him. Maybe combo is good. And then when you start talking about her body got to look like this, her hair has to be like this, that's when I start having preferences. Like, what's your hairline looking like, boo? Like, what's your height looking like, boo? That's when my shit start rolling out. So I don't feel like
true black woman.
we're not going in like that. We gonna give you the benefit. That's one thing, and we're gonna be prideful as hell about it. So you may not know, but we gonna give you the benefit. But yeah, that's me personally. Like, I don't be having preferences until you start running that shit. Body gotta look like something, baby. You better have a 6-pack. Then you want this ass fat? All right, you gonna have to work on that. So you talk to
everybody because of me. So it's not a single person that you just do not talk to. Every man that walk up to you, you give a conversation to. Okay,
so that's different. Preference and who I wouldn't talk to. Absolutely.
First off, Angela Davis, you sat there and did all this other shit. Now,
shut the hell up.
Caught your ass slipping. Flag on the play. I'm glad I let you finish going there. Let me finish. Can I get my point out, please? Appreciate you, Tyler. I was like, okay.
I mean, it's not a specific. It's a total look. Like, I could be like, no, like.
Flavor
and I can't put age on it because there are some fine ass old men. So I can't say an old man. I can't say like. I mean, I wouldn't go with somebody like completely out of shape.
The old man you talking about? What he wearing?
What is he wearing?
What outfit
probably like a suit. Depends on where we are.
That sounds like financial stability.
I see how money rule everything.
Could Peter Guns
talking about money.
Could Peter Guns walk up to you looking at you? Oh, okay.
We talking about his outfit.
Right.
Old man. Exactly. If an old man who had $100 million in the bank came up to you in some black Air Forces, is you gonna talk to him?
Absolutely not.
Look at that. Immediately.
I wouldn't even notice his shoes.
Use a lie.
Lies.
You lie.
I am not. Okay, so look, I'm only speaking for myself. I personally have female friends that legit say if he's not over 6'5", I'm not even exaggerating. If he's not 6'5", if his physique is in a certain way, if he ain't, V-shaped, like, they're not talking to him. Like, not even in the club, like, don't come up to him. So I do have female friends like that.
What they built like, though?
They some bad bitches, but they some big bad bitches.
Like bad, so like I was in, like, oh damn, the back of this car look bad when he got a weird end or some shit like that. We like, we like 6'5", you know what I'm saying? But you out here built like a Buick. So I just want to know if I gotta be come out here looking stature, my cholesterol gotta be good. We gotta be on the same page. Like if I was to hit the brakes,
but is that really how you go out? Like, you say, all right, I know I want a bad bitch. She got to look like this. So is my cholesterol good? My 6-pack good? No, y'all don't think about that shit. Y'all roll out the bed how y'all look and roll up to me, breath stinking off, and tell me what I need to look like or the assets that they like about me. But I'm looking like, what do you have to offer? So you like ass, you like thighs, but what else? What do you have to offer?
Like, so how often?
Like them.
I hear you. So you said the guy that walks up to you probably rolled out of bed, breath stinking, and he telling you what he likes and his interests are. So how often is that somebody who did not roll out of bed, brush their hair, comb their beard, brush their teeth? How often is that person that I just described asking you what, telling you what their preferences are?
I'm not even trying to be funny, but I have probably once, but I've never run into a dude that's just like drop dead fine and him have this list of preferences. It's really weird. I've had the most homely guys come with this list, but the ones who are up to par, they don't have no list like that.
Interesting. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that?
I think because they get all types of females constantly. So this one right here, since he don't get no hoes, he gonna bring his list with him since, it's a hit or miss. So
why you don't get no hoes if he come with a preference? I'm just saying, like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, why you don't get no hoes? Why you don't? My fault. Why you don't get any females if you if you have preferences? Like, y'all got standards. Like, why?
That's when we go back to, y'all got some fucking nerve, and we walk the fuck off.
But I'm just saying, like, y'all come up, a lot of females come up. If I was to hit my brake right now, the same person that got in the car, if she was to hit her head on the dashboard and the makeup come off, would not be the same person. It'd be a whole different. When y'all wake up, I'd be like, yo, my man, where's Stacy at? So I'm saying, like, you know, like, why is dudes get killed for?
But I'm completely, I will literally
not
be,
you.
This is not made up. This to me
why
is
you
like
feeling attacked? I wasn't talking about you. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying what I do. Like, if I'm in like a long strip of weave, like lashes and all, I will, if guys come up to me and it's weird, but I do it, I will be like, I know you're interested in me. I don't look like this in the morning. I don't. They'll be like, oh, you're so weird. That's so weird to talk about right now. I'm like, nah, I don't wake up like this. And I actually don't talk to guys that hit on me when I'm dressed a certain way. Because I know y'all are in it for a certain reason. You came up to me for a certain reason. Versus,
how you feel about that, Tyler? You got your eyes went.
My question is, so you literally
you get dressed up for niggas.
No, it's females that get dressed up for themselves, like legit. Because I know how to do hair. Because I know how to do makeup. That shit is fun.
You put the clothes on and you know you walk up to you and talk to you, not talking to them back. That's what you just said.
There's definitely females that depend on makeup. Like, okay, I'm gonna pull a baller. Like that's my intent. I literally will go out and be like, oh wow, because if I wore because I know if I were in my natural state, he would not talk to me. That same person would not talk to me, so I'm not interested in you. That's just me. Now, versus me going out with my fro or more natural makeup and being hit on at that point, I move a little different.
So you pretty much say you ain't finna.
So you got 3 different versions of you.
A few of them.
You got the one where you got nice wig on. You got your natural, like totally natural, and you got your natural, like what you're saying you have on right now, your natural hair pop and everything. Okay, and you move differently as those 3 separate entities. Yeah,
the one where I'm like not in nothing. I'm trying to avoid the world. I'm just trying to go to the gas station with my headscarf on. That's actually when I get the most play. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what it is about y'all liking girls in a bummy state, but
that's who you really are, though. That's the most, like, that's when you take your armor off. But I do got a question. So if you got 3 different personalities, do you judge the person by which person? My fault. 3 different appearances. Do you judge the person by which
personality? They all different people. Whenever they do that, they be different people. Each one of them. Each of them. You
feel like she got a name for each version?
Yeah, I'm sure she do.
I'm asshole all 3.
You say not. So I wonder, like, do you judge if I was to come up to you and be like, and I came to you and you looking like Foxy Brown? You know what I'm saying, the showstopper and all that type of stuff. Do you judge? Do you treat me according to reference? I mean, Pam Grier is always fine with me. So, okay. But if I came to you, you looking like that, do you treat me by the personality that I came and approach you with? Like, do you treat me by the persona? Like if I came to you, you looking busted, like you washing your clothes, and I came and talked to you. Do you give me like the more you side? And if I came to you with glitz and glamour, do you put on that character?
No, I wouldn't say it's a character. We just assume what you're looking for. If you're looking at me when I'm like bum, like nothing, I'll be like, oh, he try to holler at every girl because I ain't looking like shit. He do this like on a normal, like this is just what he do. So I would probably approach it.
So if I came with my shirt
on, hold on. This sounds so much deeper than just we putting on makeup. I feel like the makeup is metaphorical.
It's extremely metaphorical.
Because it sounds like there are excuses that you giving out just so something can happen later. Oh, when I'm in my less than average state, no, I don't want to accept any advances from you because you probably do that to everybody. When I'm in my glitzed up state, nah, that's just what nigga. Yes, he see this and he like this. Nah. So I'm trying to figure out, is it really them?
That's a good question.
You want a nigga to see on the work or something? That's what it is. You got to be.
I want him to do what?
Well, because I was just wondering, because I was just like, if you got my number and I ain't have my hold on. if you got my number and I didn't have my shirt on, or you saw me in gray sweatpants, you wouldn't really give a fuck about anything that I got going on personally. You'd be looking for me for dick. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So like, let's not act like the same reason that y'all talking to us is not get transferred the same way. Like I got like light eyes, but I already know that like people ain't coming to talk to me because I'm still here built like Morris Chestnut, something like that. I have to really go out there and talk. But if an athlete come up there and talk to me, you don't really give a fuck about what he got to talk about, because you know your perception is he's probably stupid. So you know it's either a check or some dick that you're looking for.
I mean, is that a question?
I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Is it like the same standard? Like y'all base it off the same. Like y'all don't put up pictures of a nigga based off the type of integrity that he has.
Well, I mean, again, as far as like my preferences, I can't really pinpoint age. Like I can't do that because I don't know. I can't.
So when you used to go to, that big nigga and some draws shocked the world that the way it is, because that's what most people look like, the big nigga and draws, but they don't get spotlighted because it's always a Michael B. Jordan.
Hey, 2 out of 3.
It's always.
But again, I don't really feel like y'all really feel that type of pressure coming from us. Like y'all just not feeling that pressure like we feel pressure to look like something.
Cool.
Like
Them two niggas is
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. You said that we don't feel the same pressure you feel when you just said that you get hit on the most when you are relaxed.
It's true, but
we don't want anything from you though. I'm sorry.
But how do you figure that's when I'm in, like, that's when I'm most confident? Is that what you're assuming? Or you just thinking, okay,
no.
But you said when you are the most confident and you know you look like all the way up here.
I'm in that in-between stage. Yeah, I'm in between bum and stripper. It's that you know, nice medium. That's when I will respond the best.
So like today.
So what I'm saying is, if you say you get hit on the most when you are at your most natural state, I would think that that's because that's what guys like. We want to see the bare face, the you know, whatever it is. I mean, I know you've seen the same post about we don't care about y'all stretch marks. We don't care about.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Is it a lie? I ain't never known a dude that complained to me. I've never known a dude that complained to me after we're only talking one generation away from all of y'all. Like the next generation, they don't see stretch marks. They don't know what real bodies look like. That's, again, social media has them really fucked up in the head. So, I mean, you might be okay with it. And the next guy would be like, what the fuck is a stretch mark? You have no kids. Like, what's going on? So, I don't know. They got a black mama and they know what stretch marks look like.
At this point, they don't give a fuck. They really don't. They don't care. That's their preferences, and they have the right to have them. James.
Why you say James? Right? Why you tell them
you stand behind your preferences.
All three people talking came to me. So both of y'all can answer this one. Whoever want to chime in first. Can either one of y'all be in a 50-50 relationship?
Yeah, that's what I plan on being in, which is why I have a hard time finding relationships. I need to be 50-50. I need a teammate, period.
A lot of people, I just noticed that I be looking online, and a lot of people say if I ever have to split rent. So when you say 50-50, do you mind both y'all splitting the rent, both y'all like splitting the bills? If y'all got 2 cars and stuff like that, y'all going all the way down the line and having everything cool. So you cool with that as a female?
Yeah, because again, I'm talking about teammate. I'm talking about like a full business partner. Like we on contracts with each other. Like shit moving a different way. So yeah, if she got to get paid, if buildings got to stay open, we got to sell certain homes. Yeah, I'm paying half. But again, that depends on the situation. Again, if you have a stay-at-home mom, like he doesn't want her to work, like you can't expect her to pay half if she has no job, if she's staying at home. So it depends on the relationship, like the structure that y'all choose. But if y'all are both working, y'all both bringing in money, yeah, I would.
feel like that is her half though. Like her half would be taking care of the kids and making sure the kids are fine. Like,
Exactly.
That is not no job.
I still feel like it's still a 50-50 situation, but it's just not financial because she can't provide 50% financial.
Yeah. So do you mean financially, James, or just like giving?
Well, I mean 50-50 is more like it seemed like all of it, like finances was like the basis of like a lot of it, but I mean finances will make or break love. Love don't pay the bills. But I was just wondering from like a 50. So I was wondering because I seen people complain, I ain't staying with nobody. That's a roommate. That's not my mate. I do have this question for you, Jessica. Do you know females, as a female, if you are in a 60-40, 70-30 relationship, do you feel like, if that was your case right there, do you feel like you deserve to have an input on important decisions? And if you do, why?
I think y'all both do. Like, shit's gonna happen. Like, somebody's gonna be out of job. Like, income is gonna change. So that 50-50 rule is that's not gonna be the case all the time. So I don't feel like that should dictate what you bring to a relationship or what decisions you make. Again, when it comes to my relationships, I'm very business oriented. So you're still gonna have say. And if you got a problem, we can fight about it legally. I mean, I don't know what there is a fight about, but
you got a whole contract you signed before you get okay. So I'm being this entanglement.
Look, man, you got to go in a certain way.
Disclosure agreement.
Look, I'm not trying to walk away empty-handed. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. But
so if you were to say like just there are 60-30s, I've been in that with somebody like, well, I don't plan on going half and half with no man because you're supposed to be the provider. But if I take that role and I tell you that you're gonna have to be in the same, not in the same level as a child, but like if it comes to decisions because you decide to take a step down, do you feel that he's justified?
I'm not being with nobody that dictates like our decision making and what I have to say in a relationship off income. I'm not gonna be with you. I don't give a fuck if I'm putting in 10%. There's a reason I'm that way. Like there's something going on, but that doesn't make me less of a person. That doesn't change who I am. Like that's weird as shit. Like if you're gonna switch up like that over income.
No, I'm saying, but that's a real thing. Like that's a real deal breaker.
But it's also my thing though. Like at that point, I control everything that you do though. That's
what I'm saying. Like
how are you gonna go eat at a place that you want to go eat if we can't afford that? Then I say
you want to be with somebody like that?
No, I'm not saying. No. I'm saying, but that's the situation you end up in when you can't.
Yeah, and I've seen it play out. I see it, like actively see this shit. So I think it's just weird from both ends that you will allow somebody to do that to you and that you would actually do it. That shit's weird. But
yeah. No, I mean, Taylor, I've dated in that situation before. This person was making more than me, but in the end, because of what traditional standards of family is, the male is a provider and they handle X, Y, and Z, and they weren't going to get into a relationship to where they was paying half. You know what I'm saying? They're going to take a lesser role because that was the structure. And so I said, at the time, I was just like, I'm okay. So if you take the role of 60-40 or whatever, or if it comes down to me, like, even house say or so, like ultimately I'm really like just asking you your opinion just to like pander your ego or like to help you with yours. But ultimately at the end of the day, it's going to be what I want to, because you decide to take a lesser position. So I was just feeling like if you took 40% and I took 60% of this relationship because you wanted to be you make more decisions. Like what is the position? You don't even have to be financially if you decide, because I mean it comes financial, but if you decide to say the man is going to be what the stature of a man is and you want to take a lesser role, I say that cool. I'd rather us come in as partners. But if you don't see yourself coming to something doing 50-50, not financially, it's 50-50 in a relationship, the male will be what society has deemed what the male is supposed to be. You're going to be at a lesser role. And so I feel like, if I give you the option.
That's the issue. Like just because a male needs to be dominant and the female is feminine, you're saying that that's a lesser role. Like I'm not understanding.
She wanted to
be a lesser role.
It's a lesser role.
It's set up to be like you're the submissive to the dominant. Like you're the lesser role of the situation. Now I'm saying that's not what y'all. That's not what y'all.
Because we balance you out. That's not a lesser role.
But you
No, I mean,
we ain't say we agree with that.
Each other out,
We ain't say we agree with that, but I'm saying like as in you can't sit there and yes, you keep the house and stuff clean. Yes, you take care of the kids.
And
but
without her, you would come home
and
you would be hungry, like all of this shit. So her role is not lesser.
The balance out that you were saying is kind of that 50-50 that we were talking about before. Like if you're doing 50-50, then you're not accepting that lesser role. Like if you are,
there is no lesser role.
I don't mean to say it like this, but if you go to work 40 to 60 hours a week, pay all the bills, pay all the groceries, all you have to do is go get the groceries, keep the house clean, and take care of the kids.
All you have to do.
Yes, all you have to do.
All he had to do work for 60 hours.
Never switch those roles.
All he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like they can be at home for 2 days and going nuts with the kids and the cleaning. Like, how the fuck do you do this? I'm ready to fucking go back to work. So
but that's because as a kid they weren't trained, or like you said, trained and stuff to do all that. But if you have somebody that's self-sufficient, like if I go to work from, Jessica, me and you got a little boy. If I go to work from 7 to 4, right? You only really taking care of him from 7 to 4. Now, if I just come home and don't just disregard the little motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Then, you have that more, but you waking up when you want to, you cooking and cleaning.
No, that's not how that happens.
I'm saying, well, you wake up when you want
to.
Well, when the child wakes up, Isaiah woke up when I woke up, so I can go off of like that. But what I'm saying is like, if I come home and you've been at home all day, I would expect you to handle the stuff that needed to be handled when I got there. But let's just say that you didn't feel good that day. I can get off and do the same thing that you're doing and come home and take care of the kid and all that.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No.
Who can't?
I mean, you would probably try your best, but it's not up to par. Like, child's still gonna be hungry. They're not gonna like your food. Like, I'm speaking from a mom's perspective. I'm not a mom, but I'm around moms, and they literally speak about, yes, I'm grateful my husband works outside the house, but he doesn't know what happens at home. And when he is home, or if I'm sick, all hell breaks loose. He's complaining the whole time. He's calling me the entire time that he's home. He doesn't understand that you wake up when the baby wakes up. Like that, of all people, I used to be like, yeah, stay at home moms they don't really do all that work until I actually seen it. Like, this shit is real. Enough to like mentally drive you insane.
That's go ahead, Tyler.
But I'm not going off of what he was saying, but potentially if you're not getting help when the dad comes home, and then also you gotta realize this man working 40 to 60 hours a week. So he's doing something 40 to 60 hours a week that could potentially be extremely it could be extremely tedious. It could actually be hard labor. There's multiple things that he's actually doing throughout the week. And I'm gonna sound like an asshole when I say this, but you are getting your life taken care of just to be a mom. Like, that's what you signed up for. Just be a mom. That's all they're asking you to do. Like, it sounds like an asshole when I say it, but that's your child.
It does, because until you can carry a baby and understand how you are affected after having that baby, like forever, then we don't expect you to ever.
But you have the right to. But you have the right to put him in daycare or get nanny, or like there is childcare services. Like, you aren't stuck to raise the child at home. You just don't want to go work a 9 to 5. And there's no money in raising kids at home. There's daycares. You can put kids in daycare.
There's a lot of people that become attached to their child, where they have a certain structure that they're
usually everybody. I'm attached to my child, but I'm not the mother. But I'm saying, just at the end of the day, though, I would personally.
So you would rather, you as a father, versus your wife voluntarily taking care of the child, you understanding where your child is, what they're eating, what they're learning.
Hell yeah! Rather
they go out and do it with a stranger.
Hell yes.
And your wife be stressed at work, and y'all both come home and just.
Hell yes, I would rather be at home and taking care of the kid, because I can already cook. So he gonna eat.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, you want both of y'all working and your child in daycare, and you pick them up and spend like 4 hours a day with them.
Yes, because they got a lot of the daycares teach them to read. A lot of daycares do stuff with them. They're around kids.
We're talking the U.S. education system, sir.
Okay, but I'm saying we're talking about daycare. So I'm saying, like, a lot of times when you are just at home taking care of kids, your kids are socially awkward. Versus if you send them to daycare, they're around and interacting.
Ooh, you got to get some backlash for this shit here.
That's fine, but I'm saying I'm going off of experience. So I've seen both. I've seen both sides.
As a mother, yes. Go ahead.
I think a lot of times that mothers get over dramatic when they have kids. I think they are so. I've seen the mother side. I've been in the patient care with mothers. I've given
You've
shots
been in
to
the
mothers.
hospital with mothers. You did not
No,
go home.
Isaiah has a mother, so I'm trying to sit there and say I'm sitting there saying like I've done these sides, like I've seen it. I've been on both sides, and I've seen like a lot of times, like if the baby get a shot, right? I've given a shot. I've been in there when Isaiah got his shot. They crying with the baby.
That has nothing to do with your experience as a full-time stay-at-home mother. You giving up
I'll never have that. I'll never had that experience. But
Okay,
I've been the full-time. I've been the full-time.
Me as a single person with no kids, I have no right to speak on that, but I have seen it, and I'm backing them up because they definitely get flack for the shit that they don't do. That shit's
Nobody
weird.
said they don't do, but they have the option. There's daycare.
No, not all women have the option. Do you know how expensive childcare is?
Yeah, they also got WIC.
Are you gonna work additional hours to pay for those? Like how
if y'all can't afford, like you're not making a certain amount, like government assistance does pay for daycare.
Bruh.
And your daycare bill will be like $30 or $15.
If it's two of y'all in a household, they're not paying for no daycare. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Not in Tennessee, not in Georgia. They see an able-bodied man, you're not getting food stamps and you're not getting daycare. So
depend on how you put it on that application. That's all I know. So if you want to sit there and just do, I know plenty of niggas that don't need food stamps and getting them every month. So all I'm saying is, if we just gonna talk about everybody just going there and doing everything the correct way, but if you know daycare is expensive, I'm pretty sure on that application that you gonna put that he lives at his parents' address. If we gonna sit there and act like niggas is law-abiding citizens, let's go ahead. But we also know niggas lie every day. Exactly. So
Taylor, you are so quiet on this. Like, dude, I said a thing. What is going on? Do you have an opinion?
Do I have an opinion? I'm inclined. I'm inclined to side with you. Like even though I don't know any stay-at-home moms. Do
you have any like in your family, like the older women that possibly stayed at home because they kind of had to back in the day? Like their role versus if they were, or if their husbands were superior, or if their baby daddies were superior to them. Like,
my grandmother's sister, she used to take care of me a long time ago, and I really don't think she was a teacher for a long time, but after a while she stopped, and her husband, I felt like, was the breadwinner, and she took care of me. And I mean,
who do you feel like you had more of an influence on your life?
Between who?
You said it was your...
Oh, my grandmother's sister.
Your aunt, I guess, great aunt.
Oh, my great aunt.
Versus her husband?
Well, yeah, it would be her for sure, because I was...
Is it because she nurtured you and watched after you? And
yeah, I really never saw him. So, yeah, I didn't have any connection.
He was always at work, right?
Or somewhere doing his thing, yeah.
I just think that
right.
I think just
no, I agree. Hold on. Because she asked, I want to answer the question. So yeah, I'm siding with how you feel about it being, legitimate work. And I don't, other than, my great aunt, I don't know anybody else who's a stay-at-home mom, but I could see why it would be really difficult. What you got, Tyler?
I'm not calling it illegitimate work. I feel like you just made it sound like I call it illegitimate work. I know.
Yeah, we didn't say. Nobody said.
Tyler, you didn't give the moms any credit. So
I'm sorry. That one word killed everything. Just like normal.
It was not. No, that was a whole phrase. That was all 2 sentences.
Just. What
y'all don't do shit.
Never said that. Y'all do a lot. That's what I'm saying. It could be a whole. It can last throughout the whole day. Maybe take a couple of days to do one task. I completely understand that. But what I'm saying is, that's what you signing up for when you get pregnant.
When you have kids, you have.
So that's what she signed up for when she got pregnant.
Yes, it takes 2 people to fuck. Yes, both of y'all signed up for that. Like,
that's just me.
So do you want to work?
I think if you are able to be at home and y'all can support it, then that's fine. But I also think that they're not. I've been unemployed and had to just raise Isaiah every day, and I've gone to work. And I don't discredit what goes on during the day. But what I'm saying is, just like people watch basketball games and see the finished product, they don't nobody really know what goes on behind the scenes. And females get the same thing. We don't know exactly what it is to come home and see that the baby's already dressed, already fed, already.
And see the fucking house is clean and food is
Girl,
cooked.
I'm not about to. I already gave y'all some props. Okay. So, anyways, like I said, I'm saying like I'm messing with you, but like don't know, like, but also to go to work and you may not be in a position that you deserve or whatever. Like, it's a lot of stress to come in from that, and to come from 8 hours and whatever you're doing there and come to decompress. I think that like if you are going to stay home and I can come home and unwind a little bit, that's essentially your job. But also at the same time, you have to also realize that there are nurturing parts that the mother can do. But I think I just think that like the aspect of he's going to work for a reason. And if you are going to legitimize it as work, you have to be putting in work as well. But if he is, in my opinion, because I'm basing off what I would do. If I know you going to work, if I know you had the kid all day, when I come home, it's my shift. So you technically, as a man, if you do this correctly, you're technically not getting off work when you're getting off work. You're going to clock in for another shift because I'm relieving you from doing what you had to do all day. So technically, I'm working double if you do this correctly. And by the time you get done, because, the baby does sleep, you have your breaks.
Mind you, we're not even talking about who gets up throughout the entire night and does not sleep, because it's normally not the father.
So I
You're not getting your ass up out that bed.
Like we kind of teed it off of the original conversation, which is kind of like 50-50 relationships. And I feel like we more so need to not talk about stay-at-home moms and talk about stay-at-home wives.
Because
like that actually more so addresses the situation than talking about stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms, they do a lot. You have to take care of kids. That's a full-time job.
Yeah, we get it.
Understand that.
It's just
stay-at-home wife who does absolutely nothing but.
Okay, so were we talking about finances?
Excuse me, I did not say absolutely nothing. I take that back. They do a lot too. Go ahead.
So, but that's what the 50-50 was. That was depending on your situation, depending on your structure, because we kind of talked about that. But if you got two breadwinners in the relationship and y'all are both putting in work, which I personally will have a nanny. Like, that's just the structure that we'll have in our home because we're both bringing in money. I ain't no baby about to drive either of us crazy. That's just the structure that I want.
Girl, you did all this to say you was gonna have a nanny too. All this just to say you have a nanny too. Like
you went hard for the moms just to pass.
I know just to say that you would have
friends all the time to get a nanny. Like you ain't no baby about to drive me crazy. I'm sorry.
You did all the
but you are open to that. You are open that could probably change.
Like what part?
Like you might fall so in love with the child. You said some women get really attached to their
child. But that's the thing. When I say nanny, you got full-time living nannies, and then you have nannies that are there 2 or 3 times a week to do laundry, to deep clean your house type shit. I'm not talking about.
Oh, okay.
No, not somebody to raise my child. That's not what I'm asking for. But help. I'm not afraid. I'm not that black female. I will ask for help if I can afford it and if I need it. And if it's for my sanity and my husband's, hell yeah, we gonna call up the nanny. Come take these badass kids. We got somewhere to go.
Yeah. Okay.
So you wanted the niggas at the end of the day. All right. So let's get to the you want those niggas at the end of the day. But so let's get to the last one. So this was more to you. Can you ever be submissive to your man?
That's the goal.
Like in a relationship where you are the submissive type?
That's the goal. I won't be in a relationship until I can be submissive. If he makes me feel that secure. Huh?
No, go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, go ahead. Do I think females what?
No, continue. I'm about to follow up once you finish your response.
Okay, so if he makes me feel secure enough and if I trust him enough to be able to support me when I can't support myself, then yeah, I can be submissive. It's not could I be. All black women can. That's ultimately our goal. If we're finding a partner that can handle that, if we don't feel secure, we're not. Why would we submit to somebody like that? That's just me. But yeah, that's the goal.
Tyler, you date. Okay, Tyler, you date. Do you think like now, as far as like the females that you have dated, do you think like now how they are wired, that they are like, this is like a breed of, or like a cluster of females that are ready to go to that submissive role? As in, like, you know, my man does this, my man does that, my man, you know, not like the preference, but like now, because, you know, they're independent, you know what I'm saying? They have a voice, they have, which they should have always had. They have a voice, have all this. Do you think they are really ready to go back to the role of, because submissive sound like a co-star to me. I mean, a supporting role.
It's not. It's not at all.
It's not at all.
It's actually. I mean, Jessica talked about it earlier, but I would argue that it's neck and neck. If not, it makes you the headliner, because you are putting the power in my hands, and that takes a lot, especially from a Black woman who goes from doing everything, paying for everything, watching everything, and now you are letting your guard down. You're becoming more vulnerable to allow me to lead us, you know, wherever we're going.
I knew you was going to come for the last question.
Wait, what did I say? Co-star or support? Didn't I change it to support and role? I said support.
I mean, both of those are supporting roles.
A support. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you the headliner, you submissive, that means that there is a 1A, and you know you are in the opening act role.
The opening act, not the main event.
Not the headliner. The opening act is not the headliner. Like, you don't come to
you see how you do. You see how you do.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't view submissiveness like that. Yeah, I think it's more powerful than we give it credit for.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Tyler, you think that?
Absolutely not. Like, by and large, I'm not gonna make a broad generalization about just the whole.
Okay.
You know, but by and large, women, no, they're not really. Like, I mean, because we're kind of in an age of where women, you know, kind of think like men do. So why be submissive to one person when you can get different things from multiple people? You know, and that's actually an option. So why would you give that option up to be submissive to one person?
Because we're women. We're not wired that way. Naturally, we want to be submissive and loyal to one person. That's natural. But like our surroundings, who we run into, our environment, that's what turns us into RH. So I gotta play a few dudes to get what I want, because somebody's not taking it serious.
That's actually nurture more than nature. Like, I don't feel like you're actually natural. I don't feel like you actually naturally want to do anything. Like, you're more nurtured to say, I want to be in a relationship. I watch Disney movies since I'm a child. I want to be a queen when I grow up, a princess. You do that.
We naturally are built, no matter how strong that woman is in your family, whoever it is, normally the strongest one is like the most caring, who will still bend backwards to do shit for you. It's like the strongest woman in your family. Like, we are built a certain way. We get fucking tired of being strong all the time. We need to submit. We need to. Like, it's in our nature. So when we are not allowed to do that shit is stressful. You just might as well go.
My question. And this is kind of just a parallelism. Do you drink water daily?
Taylor, that was for you.
Do you drink all the water you need to drink daily?
Are you talking to me or her?
No, I'm talking to her.
Okay. Oh, I thought you said Taylor. I'm sorry.
No, I said no. You. My bad. I apologize. I don't know if I said Taylor. I'm talking to you. Do you drink all the water you need to drink in a day?
I try.
You try, right? But you know you need the water. But you know you need that water to survive, but you don't make it happen. Right? Mm-hmm. The same thing in a situation where you know you, quote unquote, like you said, you need to submit. You don't necessarily want to. Just because you know you need something doesn't mean you want to do that thing, or you're willing to do that thing. The same way you know that you need to drink all this water, but you're not willing. You don't force yourself to do so.
No, it depends on what phase you're in your life. Me and James talk about this. We had our young hoe phases. Like, I'm not one to. I'm saying we as women. Shut up, James. I'm not.
How you going?
I'm not putting your business out there like that.
I was a Christian. Don't be. I'm gonna say I walked in the blood of the Lord. Don't be.
I'm saying women. Like, we have our phases where we want to play around. We want to date to see what's out there. But when we're serious and we want a real relationship, our goal is to submit. Like, I'm not saying, I know we get a bad rep as Black women, but that's literally what we're forced into. If you get a female that's that bored-headed about something, she's gone through some shit, but that's like, we literally want to submit. The shit is fucking tiring. Like, Don't nobody want to keep doing that shit.
But it's rare that you meet a female that hasn't gone through some shit. Especially a black female that hasn't just gone through, like you're saying. Most black, like I said, they don't, like Taylor was saying earlier, like letting their guard down and all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot for them to let their guard down to be able to be in that submissive role. So it's not necessarily a situation where it's saying they don't want to submit. It's just that they know, that they don't need to submit. It's that they no longer want to or see the need in submitting because they submitted.
Well, I mean, if they keep getting let down, then what do you expect?
Right, because I mean, there are a lot of damaged women, and we have to deal with the blowback of the damage.
I really do. I will definitely say that.
And I think that's what I guess Tyler was probably speaking to. It's just like you probably at a point like what you were saying when you guys had your promiscuous phase. You went through some stuff.
Stop this, y'all.
I said females.
Okay, I'm talking about him. I'm talking to him. I just keep saying.
I said y'all. So she said females. Women are plural.
Just say women. That's what I'm saying. Don't keep saying y'all. She said both of us. So I'm just saying distinguish. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. I'm pure out here.
I'm talking about y'all as the plural. Anyway. I think that's I guess I think, but I can ask you, Jessica. So, you all as women, being more free and being out here, and of course being heartbroken and etc. Do you feel like that's hard on you? To maybe you've missed a couple guys that maybe you could have submitted to?
Hell yeah.
Maybe not submitted to at the time. They were not prepared, but I've definitely passed up some good guys who had potential. But again, we spoke about how some females go or date for potential. I'm not that type. It's either you got it or you don't, or we're just going to clash the entire time while you grow. I'll let you grow, do what you need to do, and send you on by your way. If we meant to be, then we'll meet up. But as far as submit to, I haven't run into it. No. Because they're not, most of the guys that I run into are not secure enough with themselves. It's a self-confidence thing. And at our age, we're both still finding that. So I don't feel like I should be.
Would you say you fall into that category too of? Would you say you fall into that category too of maybe not being as what's the term? You just said it. Being self-confident. Like, do you feel like you have all the confidence in the world, or?
Not for the type of relationship that I'm looking for, or let me not say for that I will ultimately want. So, and when I say confidence, for me, that's like making sure my finances are together, like making sure my career is together. So all of that kind of goes into confidence with me. So I don't feel I'm 100% there, but for sure the people that I run into are kind of all over the place. Like, that's not. They don't make me feel secure enough to submit. No. Mm-mm.
Which I feel like is key. Security. I feel like, and even now in under matrimony, I still feel like I'm trying to figure out what that looks like. To have my wife feel secure, right now, like we're doing some stuff where we're building a home and everything. And she's really leaning on me to make a lot of the calls and to make sure stuff is in order. And, in the past, I probably would have just passed that up and been like, whatever. But now it's like, wow, I got to make sure that we're straight. But definitely you're straight, because I know you being a strong Black woman, you're going to assume a role, right? Like if I don't do these things, you're going to step up and do them. And then for me and how I want to run my household, that's just a no-no.
And how that's going to make you feel. You already know what type of depression that's going to put you in, not being able to
right. And it's just backwards, like you don't need to wear my pants like that. Like, so I would definitely say, even like I said, in matrimony, it's been an interesting thing to try to figure out what security means. And I feel like that's a real deep question too, even past, dating and all that stuff. Like, what is security to you? What does that look like? It's a real deep
operationalize that word.
Here you go.
And I'm sure she brings a sense of security in her own way for you. So I don't even think it's like a one-sided thing. So it's like, hey, I'm leaning on you to call these shots about this house. Once this house is built, then, you know, I'm the queen of the house. I'm running the house. I'll make sure you're good. But you're always going to have, again, it's going to be 50-50 for me. Like, but if we don't feel like you could be that person, like if I feel like shit would hit the fan if I don't do it, then there's no point in me being in a relationship. If I can,
but I feel like this is my thing. I feel like, because I've of course clearly seen that in our dynamic. I feel like there's a point where you jump in maybe too soon, and you don't give us the time to do the action or to do whatever it is. And I feel like that hinders us. And that goes back to what he said at the top of the show, talking about a mama. Because that's what a mama would do.
Do that.
Mama would hop in and save you and try to clean up the mess before, you know. And I feel like that happens in our relationships, in our romantic relationships, and it causes friction because you laying back as the woman, and you like, ooh, this is not gonna work out. Let me go ahead and make all these phone calls. Let me go ahead and get this stuff scheduled. And you like, dang, you didn't give me a chance to do anything. And I feel like that's the more realistic thing that kind of happens, especially from my experience with Black women. Like there's a lot of jumping in.
It has to be a certain way. That's the thing for us, that we have to kind of, we're not used to taking a step back, and, you know, we're very prideful about our shit. Yeah. Yeah, you can offer to clean a house, and we might say some slick shit like it wasn't cleaned how we wanted
all
to.
The way off. Exactly.
We sometimes need to learn to close our mouths, and that's just taking on our feminine role that we have not been raised to take on. Nobody taught me how to be feminine. Right. Everybody was like, you know, you got to be that masculine, dominant female that go get that shit. Like, I don't know how to be feminine. So over time, we learn ourselves, and if we don't find anybody that can support that, or, you know, be stable enough for that, we're not going to submit. Like, it doesn't exist.
I hear you. I can't hear you, James.
Oh, my fault. I feel like that's a cool wrapping point. I like your point on that one. Tyler, you want to add anything to it? So I guess we can wrap it right there. I feel like that was a good episode. The battle of the two perspectives, gender perspectives. Y'all want to plug in y'all handles before we get ready to go, or where they can find y'all if y'all got anything going. Jessica, I know you got if you got any promotions or anything like that you want to spread or put out. All my people that listen, I think we got like 15 people that listen in the Mississippi area. So all the people out there, if y'all want to go ahead and check out her microblading. Go ahead and shout them.
Microblading. So
I know when he said that, man, I was like, I don't think that's what that was.
Wait, so what made you say microblading? I'm not even, that doesn't even.
I don't know. I just
we're not gonna bring it up. Okay.
The A and the L. I don't know what, for some odd reason. Like I don't know. It was all, I don't know. I was just reading, and then I was like, But then, you know, once you record, you really can't go back, and you just got to live with it. So I was just like, I had to just man up. And after I said it, I was like, what the fuck is microblading? I mean, balding. But I was just like, this must be some beauty shit. This must be out my lane. But yeah, go ahead and
So it's permanent makeup. It's eyebrow tattoos. So you can follow me on Stunna, STUNNA Beauty and the number 1, and that's on Instagram and Facebook.
Cool. Tyler, you got anything you want to plug?
Okay, well, I own a tutoring company, so if you want to follow my tutoring company, FIDALEARN.com. That's the website for it. If you want to follow me,
that's our Black Spotlight of the day. Tyler, go ahead and shout out your tutoring company.
Learn. We work virtually and in person with kids all the way from pre-K up through grad school. We help write papers and do all kinds of different things like that. So if you need any academic help, we can help you out with that.
Cool. We appreciate both y'all coming on. This was a funny episode.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so y'all both held your own.
Thank you.
Jessica, of course, Tyler's a vet here. Jessica, you held your own 10 toes strong. That's why, you know, I knew you'd be a perfect person to come speak for your people, even though you sided with us, the niggas, at one point. But yeah, I'm getting a nanny. But
right, I can't believe how slack y'all giving stay-at-home.
We deserve so much. Mothers do so much. Okay, you don't know what it's like to be attached.
So run them nannies.
But Run Them Nannies. But that might be the title episode, Run Them Nannies.
Right.
But we appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of 8 More Than 92 podcast where we always keep it 100. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
With that fake shit, y'all better not come to my funeral with that fake shit. Y'all better off realizing that do more than that.